honestly, the conversation.
I'm not ready to put her above Mike.
Let's round back to. I agree with you, but let's round back to the original conversation, right? Because I feel like the original conversation is a little easier to actually debate. The question was who had a better second half of their career.
That's what we asked last time, and I'm glad we got on that tangent though, because that was good conversation.
It was,
but yes,
that can be compared.
Okay, so who had a better second half? All right, so where are we starting the second half from?
Well, they both were in groups as kids, so I'm counting Jackson 5 and Destiny's Child time. Is that fair?
That's fair.
I think that's fair. Yeah.
So I wrote down Beyonce's first album, which would have been Destiny's Child, was 1998. Michael's with Jackson 5 was 1969. Jeez. Michael's last album solo, 2001. Beyonce's last album, obviously 2022. So that puts Mike, second half of his career was 32 divided by 2, 16?
Yes.
1985 would be the middle of Michael Jackson's career.
So after Thriller, right before Bad.
The middle of Beyonce's now would be 2010. Hold on.
So right after
2010.
So basically the 4 album.
4 and on.
So 4, Beyonce, Lemonade, Homecoming, The Lion King, and now Renaissance. Is it fair to put Renaissance in? It just came out 3 days ago. We can't really count that, can we?
Yes, we can.
Want to count it? Okay, so we're going to count it.
It's a pretty fucking crazy lineup.
It's a crazy lineup. Great lineup.
We said 85? So that puts the Bad album, which is crazy, Dangerous, and Invincible. Again, I don't know if is this a fair?
You're not beating those 3 albums, dog. Niggas can't fuck with Mike. Niggas gotta. But see, this is what I'm saying. That's why it's not fair. You gotta leave Michael Jackson alone.
Are we talking about talent, or are we talking about who had a better career?
Listen,
are we talking about who had a better career? Are we talking about
the ghost of Michael Jackson sleep, dog?
Are we talking about who had
a better career? Moonwalking.
Listen, I'm a Michael Jackson stan. I don't think anybody can compare to Mike. But what we're asking is who had a better half of their career.
Second half.
Let's not act like better second half.
Because the first half is not up for debate.
At all.
Yeah.
But let's not pretend.
I'm trying to do the sliders. So, because we know Michael's first half of his career, no one's touching that shit.
But let's not talk. Are we just talking about albums? Because Michael did not have a good half of his second half of his career.
I know. That's why I'm just trying to be.
We just said
I'm trying to be an asshole and just trying to help Beyonce.
We just said the second half of his career was the Bad album.
I'm not talking about his albums. Your career is not just the albums that you put out. Plenty of people put out amazing albums.
I'm going off discography.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, we're going off albums right now.
Oh, you're just talking about. So we're just talking about Michael wins.
Are you talking about scandal?
Y'all shouldn't even try to debate that if we just talk about albums.
That type of shit. I don't. Listen, the feds didn't find nothing. That's all I'm saying.
I'm talking about touring. I'm talking about public perception. I'm talking about everything. If you're going to say the question, who had the better second half of their career? If you're just talking about discography, then it's not even a conversation.
But listen, man, we know what they tried to do to Mike. We know what they tried to do. Like we got enough information now. The feds raid your property twice, don't find nothing. That means it's nothing there for them to hide. Like it is what it is. Like Mike is the greatest entertainer, the greatest artist to ever live. Like it is what it is.
Listen, man, of course we know Bad is the Bad album.
You said what?
Of course we know that.
What did you say?
But if you doing the other, like, I fuck with Dangerous, don't get it wrong.
You said Bad is the Bad album.
But we know it's the Bad album. Like, it's fucking, nothing's gonna beat Bad. I'm going with the other two. Dangerous. I can make a case.
No, you can't.
What's the case?
No, you can't, baby.
4, Beyonce, Lemonade, Homecoming, because now you get all the hits too.
Yo, I love Beyonce.
Lion King and Renaissance.
I gotta stop.
We're not doing.
So you're just saying the Bad album beats all of that?
Yes, I'll say it. Bad were 7 of those albums. What you talking about, man?
Tripping, bro.
That's what I'm saying. It's not fair because then it starts to sound like we not giving Beyonce respect.
We are,
and that's why I don't like doing shit like this because of course.
I don't do that because before we got on mic, you said that Beyonce wins.
No, but once you start telling me what we were counting, once you gave me what we were doing, now I understand. Like no, like. Nah, not at all.
Which album you said that Michael's that was trash? I'm calling you out.
I didn't really like what's that last album right there?
Invincible.
Or Escape.
Escape doesn't count.
That doesn't. He wasn't even alive.
Yeah, this is like posthumous. I think does Michael count?
He wasn't even alive.
I don't think Michael counts. I think this is also posthumous.
So Invincible was the last one.
Yes.
Yeah. Which was kind of.
I was gonna say.
Which was kind of what?
Invincible was.
It was all right.
Coming off of Bad and Dangerous. Like it wasn't up to Bad.
This compared to the other 2 albums?
Y'all gotta.
But Butterfly, I mean, it got some.
But no,
don't get it
Butterfly's the
twisted.
joint. You Rock
It
My
was
World
some-
was a joint.
It was some shit on there. We're not going to act like it wasn't some joints on there. But in comparison to Bad and Dangerous,
That's like nothing.
I'm just saying, I feel like everything from 4 on beats Invincible. Obviously, Bad beats everything. So now you just got to debate Dangerous versus 2 or 3 Beyonce albums in there. I can make a fucking case, is all I'm saying.
Please click on Dangerous, please, so we can remind Rory.
I know it's on
so we can
Dangerous.
stop talking.
Dangerous is amazing.
Jam. That's it.
Okay, thank you.
That's
the
it.
first song.
Jam.
The first,
Like-
remember the time. The first song. Please stop. Heal the World. Please stop.
Yeah.
Black or white?
Please. Why are you talking to me, bro?
you put up a good
Gone
fight,
too
Rory.
soon.
I ain't gonna lie. You
go ahead.
put up
You
a
tried.
good fight, man.
You
but
tried really
that's
hard.
why I'm just not.
Beyonce was sitting there
Hey,
like, Rory, stop.
hey, fuck y'all. Love on top.
Great record.
This is a great record.
Great record.
Beyonce will be like, Rory,
She brought the
stop.
beat in.
Please stop.
It's just time that we just stop doing this and stop trying to. I know that's just human nature. Look, Michael Jackson again.
Yeah, right.
It's human nature to just compare the generations in the era and the artists, and because Mike is the bar. That's who everybody's aiming for. But it's just leave Michael Jackson alone.
You know why I think I did want to bring this up during the Beyonce thing? I wanted to highlight, and I don't know why I had to bring Michael into it, but just for content purposes, I wanted to highlight that I think it's amazing that Beyonce being the superstar icon that she is, I think her discography is getting better with her age, where
Yeah.
we
No, for
usually
sure.
see
For sure.
artists,
That I agree.
their discography starts
Start
to
to
go
tape off a
down.
little bit, yeah.
I think she's in the best fighting shape she's ever been in.
I think, and that's what makes her incredible, and why we even have this type of debate.
That's what I was trying to do with the
Because
second half career.
It
shit.
seems like she's getting better.
And I think
Yeah.
that's because Beyonce isn't getting into her 40s like a lot of artists do and try to start catching one
Yeah.
and trying to start being a kid. She continues to create and be creative and try different things and also know herself, know her limits, know what her voice sounds good on, know what her audience wants at the same time. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, she's very self-aware. And I think her team is also very self-aware.
She is not just self-aware. She's in full control at this point. And I think that's the most important thing. When you're in full control and you're a creative genius, and now you have the tools and you have the access to bring your creativity to life.
Mhm.
I think this is when you get the true artist, and you get, you separate the artists from each other. It's like, okay, yeah, they're doing that. Those are cool. But this is something totally different. Beyonce is something that just stands in a category by itself.
better actor, Michael or Beyonce?
Oh my god.
You know what? I'm not following.
Did you believe him as the werewolf?
No, I didn't for 1 second in Thriller. I was not scared.
No, Rory and